It was a flagship killer when it came out almost a year back, and even without any major price cuts, the OnePlus One still manages to remain a much sought after device. But times are fast changing and other manufacturers are catching up. With an insane industry-first 4GB of RAM on board and an equally sensible price tag to match, ASUS has recently come out with the Zenfone 2. So does the Zenfone 2 do enough to take the place of everyone's favorite affordable flagship? Well, let's find out in this video. But before we do, if this is your first time here or in case you just can't remember, my name's Ash, this is C4E Tech and you're watching my comparison video of the OnePlus One with the ASUS Zenfone 2. Let's get started. While both phones pack 5.5-inch displays, the similarities end there. The OnePlus One is slightly taller but much narrower and slimmer than the Zenfone 2. It's also a tad lighter, meaning the OnePlus One holds an edge when it comes to ergonomics. But then again, the Zenfone 2's back is user removable and inside we find two SIM card slots and a microSD card slot. The second SIM and microSD support are both found lacking on the OnePlus One. ASUS decided to put the volume keys to the back of the phone, and while that's a nice touch, the mushy power button up top takes quite a bit away from the handling. OnePlus, on the other hand, has gone with a more traditional approach, for the most part at least. The option to switch between on-screen and capacitive keys is pretty sweet though. By the way, the capacitive keys on the Zenfone 2 aren't backlit. Overall, both are large devices and using either of these single-handed is not going to be an option at most times. Like I said, both phones sport 5.5-inch displays. For protection, both ASUS and OnePlus have opted for Corning's Gorilla Glass 3 and both have Full HD resolution, meaning 401 pixels per inch. So the displays are sharp, viewing angles are good, reading text or consuming media on either device is going to be a great experience. If color accuracy is going to matter a lot to you, the Zenfone 2 might hold an edge here, since the whites tend to be a little off on the OnePlus One. But the OnePlus One does outdo the Zenfone 2 when it comes to performance outdoors. Now underneath the hood, both OnePlus and ASUS have gone with completely different internals. While the OnePlus One features the Snapdragon 801 chip with 4 Krait 400 cores clocked at 2.5 GHz each, coupled with an Adreno 330 GPU and 3GB of RAM, this Zenfone 2 features an Intel Z3580 chip that's got 4 cores clocked at 2.3 GHz each, coupled with the PowerVR G6430 GPU and 4 GB of RAM. While the internals might be different, both perform quite well in real life. Neither has any issues when intensive games were thrown at it. The user experience is lag-free for the most part. The Zenfone 2 might hold the edge by being able to hold a lot more in memory thanks to the extra gig of RAM, but odds are you aren't really gonna notice it a lot in everyday usage. So it's fair to say both phones have great internals that offer very good performance. Now with that, we get to the cameras. Both phones feature 13 megapixel rear and 5 megapixel front cameras. The Zenfone 2's front camera has a wider angle lens though. The UIs are also different. The one on the OnePlus is a lot cleaner, offers basic functionality and aims at simplicity, lets the end user just shoot. Whereas the one on the Zenfone 2 has a lot more functionality baked in, a lot more modes, offers a ton of choices including a full manual mode. But then again, the pictures shot with the OnePlus One are just better. There's a lot more detail, the processing's cleaner, while the Zenfone 2 manages to fare better under low light. But with video, the OnePlus One can shoot 4K and even 4K DCI video, and the footage blows away the mediocre at best 1080p footage that the Zenfone 2 manages to capture. Now let's talk about the battery. Both phones sport non-user removable batteries. With raw numbers, the OnePlus One holds a slight advantage, 3100 mAh compared to 3000 mAh on the Zenfone 2. In reality, the OnePlus One does fare much better. On a looping video playback test, it managed to last 11 hours compared to just 8 hours on the Zenfone 2. With day-to-day usage, I just find myself monitoring battery stats a little more when using the Zenfone 2 than with the OnePlus One. Anyway, let's now talk about the software. Both phones run on Android Lollipop currently. The Zenfone 2 has ASUS's Zen UI on top and the OnePlus One has CyanogenMod 12 on top. Both user interfaces are pretty responsive, fast and stable for the most part. Both phones manage to multitask with ease. With regular day-to-day usage, you aren't going to be noticing a lot of differences here. That being said, both of them have a few tricks up their sleeve. For example, Zenfone 2 has a few standout features like Snap View, which lets you have an entire second profile that you can activate with a separate pattern or pin, and this lets you basically have another phone inside this one. The OnePlus One has Cyanogen's theme engine built in. This lets you change everything about the UI, and while the Zenfone 2 has a theme engine as well, it's nowhere near as robust, and the Cyanogen theme engine does have a lot more themes available. There's also an app themer built into Cyanogen mod now. But like I said, with day-to-day usage, there isn't a lot separating these phones in terms of performance. But that being said, it is worth noting that Cyanogen is better known for pushing out updates. And with that, we now get to the price. The OnePlus One currently holds the advantage here. It's priced at 19,000 rupees. The Zenfone 2 that we are comparing it against is priced about 1,000 rupees higher, but if you want more storage on the OnePlus One, you have to go for the 64 gig variant, and that is about 22,000 currently. The Zenfone 2 at this price offers 2 times the storage with an option of expanding it even further with cheap microSD cards. So overall, it boils down to this. If you value camera, battery life, and on-time firmware updates more, go with the OnePlus One. If the extra gig of RAM, secondary SIM slot, and memory expansion are things you'd care for, I'd say go with the Zenfone 2. But rest assured, with both these phones, you're getting great value for your money. So there you have it, my thoughts on the Zenfone 2 and the OnePlus One. For a more in-depth look, do check out the respective full reviews. I'll leave cards here. I'll also leave links in the description down below. So what do you guys think? Between the OnePlus One and the Zenfone 2, what would you choose today and why? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So that's pretty much it for this comparison video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. Do let me know what you didn't like. Feedback's always welcome. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. If you do want to help the channel out, do consider changing your Flipkart or Amazon URL to the one with the affiliate code that you can find in the description right under where to buy. And I guess that's it for now. I hope you liked the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.